When I returned to Kaiserpunk, okay, well, I didn't just show it, but there was a little repair icon hanging out above that bar that you click, you know, very not obviously, and that should absolutely be duplicated here, so you can just click the repair button while you're looking at the building. That's how you repair that. Cost me a little bit of plywood. We're okay on the plywood, I think. Okay, so, zinc, guess where? Other goddamn side of the world. So, that's great. What is that? That's a warehouse. Increases global stock limit. I don't care about that right now. Anyway, so let's get this to the edge. Then let's go through the arduous task, drawing a dam road all the way to the network. See, this is where I gotta give props to Anno. The Anno games, when they do this, at least in the recent games, have made it so that it's all decoupled. Like, you can just have a warehouse in the middle of nowhere and then build around it. And is that realistic? No, but, then you don't have to do this crap. So, whatever. I mean, we need the zinc mine. Get that close as possible. Okay, so we got the zinc. And we now need people, because of course we do. So we need the people. Those are my... I think I moved that house. I did not. Take our freebie neighbors and move them back to the neighborhood. Yeah, whatever, just go. Just live right there amongst the rest of us. Although, actually, if I did that, maybe I could add another... whatever, it's good enough. Good enough. Let's go. I mean, maybe I should even just move you right in there and then tuck a couple more decorations in. Learn to embrace the slop instead of fighting it. What the hell are you doing? Right. Well, you live in a pigsty, but at least you got some greenery around you. New development level reached. Alright, well, this is going. That's never going to happen there. Right, and then... So we have the zinc, we've got the copper. We're going to need ourselves another smelter, right? Smelter? Smelter's what does that? Yeah, well. Bakery is not in this. It is absolutely here. Smelter, smelter, smelter. Good, you can tuck right in there. Then you can make brass. Good. Still low on people, because of course we are. So, we're just gonna build ourselves another tenement. Just start moving more of that to the corners. There's my people. And then finally, can build a damned munitions factory. We should have enough cellulose. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, if I do that, does it need the steel? No. Put you right there then. Low population count. Frick. And I'm going to need 2 of these, because of course I will. How are you doing on your needs? Oh. Okay, well, fortunate for me, I seem to have a stockpile of meat that I've picked up from salvage. We're just going to hope we can run to the end. and not have to worry about the other things before they riot, because they are starting to riot. City services, we could build a policia. 30 people and 10 power. We'll need more power, but we need the police. Utilities. Bam. We're about to need the police anyway. Building's on fire. Okay. So, once again, that being just within the radius, it's still sending the fire truck out. The only real test of this is going to be when one of these catches on fire, which is about to be this one. We'll see if it is universal coverage or if this just... Because what I'm thinking, I mean, based upon that little tooltip that says it doesn't prevent fire, that it only helps to lower the chance, I'm assuming that's within the radius. So it might still be universal that it'll go take care of this, it's just that because it's out of the radius, this is going up much faster than it otherwise would. Sometimes I find his thoughts disturbing, but I believe he has our best interests at heart. What the hell are you talking about, Arthur? Good job on producing the self-defense supplies, Governor. Damn right I do, Mitch. Good work on the pea shooters, Governor. Okay. Can't stay out of this. The road is littered with corpses, ruined carriages, and a few burnt trucks. Amongst corpses, you recognize government troops, cartel thugs, and several of your own. Realizing conflict is inevitable, you steel yourself for the upcoming confrontation. Mitchell sees your look and understands what's going on. He nods grimly and focuses on the next set of tasks. We can't delay it any longer. We need to properly arm ourselves. Thanks to our foresight, we have the supplies ready. Give the word, and Howard will assemble the troops. Have an army deployed in the world. Okay. Anyway, first let's hit this repair, and then we just insta-repair. Okay. Now, we need a base. Military base. We got the bricks, we got the moxie, we got everything, and that needs, I guess, a connection. Just a connection? Just a connection? Looks like just a connection. Oh, which it would not have there, because why would it? We... Tell you what, why are we even doing this? Whatever, it'll be fine up here. Bam. Okay. How did we do this now? We gotta come in here, we gotta do that. We say one militia, and maybe a field gun? Like, what's an army? Deploy infantry. Does militia count? What does that take, by the way? Recruits 50. It doesn't seem to take from my population. But it does take 40 handguns. Okay, that's ammunition, that's handguns, okay. Okay, we're full up there. Army's fully reinforcing. Well, I can always add to it, right? Okay. Deploy. Take 24 hours to get ready. Now, how are you? Like, you're a tank battalion. Something tells me I'm going to need a little bit... Well, okay, but it's a tank battalion with only 2 militia in it, though. So I'm going to assume we probably want 2 of our own. Just seems the smart thing to do. And then I suppose if we did a field gun, which I don't have artillery for... Well, I do. I do have... Okay. Actually, you know what? I mean, let's build one more of these. Food rations. Okay, I have 187 food rations. It would just take it down by 1. We do have enough for this. It's a one-time deal. Again, the recruit cost, where is that being pulled from? Is it being pulled from there? So maybe it's taking from here, because that just went down. It might be taking from here, and then it's putting back in. We have to deploy 3 infantry? Why didn't you tell me that to begin with? Okay, we'll do field gun. Oh, damn. Don't do that. we'll wait until your friend shows up, and then we can get it done at the same time. Now, what was this again? Upgrades. Engineering, faster region upgrade construction, or entrenchment. All close range damage taken in this region is halved. We'll wait and see what it tells me to do. Overall morale, yeah, it continues to go down amongst the manufacturers, so that's not great. We are about to go through another round of newspapers and freaking clothing. But yeah, these guys, they already had all the beer that I salvaged, the radios, the meat is good. We got a lot of meat. The meat just went up. How's the meat going up? What are we making from meat? Where the hell is this coming from? +6. Produced on ranches? I don't have a ranch. Where's the meat coming from? The hell? I don't even have trading. I don't have a trade post. Okay, I think... No, you're still on 25%. Why? Because you don't have field gun resources. Are you freaking kidding me? Infantry tanks. I would need 30 infantry tank. Yeah, okay, we'd need a tank factory for that. Okay, fine. Fine. Ah, well, nope. It is universal. Okay. Answers that question. So having a fire station in the vicinity is important. Are any of these in critical damage? Okay, not really. Thank goodness, because they're just gonna burn down. Yeah, I knew once I started putting this crap like this, I wasn't gonna have the inclination to tidy it up and make this look nice. It's just how it is. Army unit done. Okay. Deploy. Damn right, that's what I'm talking about. Troops have been assembled, Governor. They might look a bit green, but their heart's in the right place. Time is right. Our feigned insignificance has served us well, and now it's time to secure the region. Both of the region's major players are a thorn in our side. We are to succeed and eventually grow. We need to get rid of them. Think of them as tumors that need to be excised for the organism to function properly. Let's wait for the investigation to finish. Okay. Sure. Just role-playing at this point. So what are these guys... I mean, as far as needs, like actual needs, let's look at fish. Let's see what that would take. A fishery. Must be built on the coast. Well, yeah. But it doesn't require anything. It requires a few brick. That comes naturally. The problem with doing that there, though, is that we have no depot. No way to collect it without adding another depot. So, any of my other friends... possibly in the vicinity of... Well, wait. That was a good one. They surely did not see this coming. Government troops have surrendered, while some of the thugs from the cartel were a pain in the ass to deal with. They were no match for our troops, and in any case, Governor, we found a stash of various supplies that our town could use. Needless to say, our citizens are happy you managed to solve the regional issue, and that you properly protected them. You have our thanks, Governor. Okay? And then that's it. Okay, that's the tutorial. Now, here. Will you work here? Yes, indeed. Okay, well, awesome. That is great. There, fine, good enough. So now we don't have to utilize that, and now we can start producing fish. Now they produce 10. We're positive 7. Excellent. Well, at least their needs are handled. 55% morale. I mean, at least if the needs are handled, maybe they'll go easy. I'm still not sure where the damn meat is coming from. That's crazy. Like, we're not making meat. I have no ranches. I have no ranches. If it was being used, it would go down, correct? But it's going up. It's going up by 6. Which means we're making an overall positive. And it's well past when we salvaged it. Because I noticed that whenever we salvaged goods, it would always, make a positive there. Like, going down here, 389, well, that's just because we built a thing that utilized the brick. It's not actually going down any, it's just that it's now down from where it was before. We're not making a positive because we're not, that's why it's going down. But this thing should be the same way, right? But I see that. I see the meat is going up. Is a ranch a separate thing? Ranch, agricultural, yes. Produces meat, specifically. Produces grain, vegetables. Well, I mean, I'm not going to question it, but this feels like a bug. Because I have no ranches. That is, these are all mines. I have absolutely no trade going on right now to be importing it. I've also noticed, though, that this is not switched over, so do we have to wait for a season, a month here? Stockwood? Stockwood. Global stock limit met at... Oh, damn you. Damn you. God, this thing is so annoying. 2.3 thousand... So we're almost there on lumber, too. But we are absolutely there on plywood. So... And then we're getting to a third on the cloth. Copper's getting nice, too. Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's what we can do. We can... Oh, fuck's sake. We could shut those down, and thereby utilize the people, because, I mean, we're kind of getting there. Which is an option. And maybe a good thing. Or we can just start making some money from it. Where is that? Oh, because... Okay, I get you. Depot, warehouse, that is... No. Public building? Elementary school. Provides education to laborers. Why would you need that? That's not how they evolve. It's not even a need they have. Ah, it's a public service, though. So, okay, to get more of that, we need the clinic, which we do have, and we need education. So, record label. Record label. Improves morale. Cannot construct development level. Okay. But, I'm not sure what... I mean, at what point do you absolutely need morale? Because nobody wants to riot right now at 80%. So why would I need the rest of this? This is just a desire. I could understand, if there's a mechanic where your people get sick, and hey, you needed the health. I could understand if you got a bonus, some elementary education would make them more skilled and therefore more productive as a mechanic, but all this looks like is that it's just a morale booster. And maybe that's maybe it's just optional. If you cannot provide them with stuff, then give them other things, and they might improve morale. So, these guys, if I gave them a clinic, because I'm struggling so much with their stuff, since I can't provide all the things that they need, adding a clinic for them would be a good idea, correct? And this is 20 manufacturers, of which we have. And then, my God, it doesn't fit anywhere. Provides a lot of health to a lot of people. Alright. I guess we can do that, and then just cap out what we've got there. Whoops, not that. Just let that go. And then, let's see, various styles of plaza. Parks. Yeah, no. Wooden fences. How's that look? Dullsville. Let's go ahead and put in trees. Okay, let go. And then maybe let's move you over, and then we can do privet hedges. Do hedges? All right. I was gonna put fence, but sure. Give him a little hedge. Yeah. So I guess you could make your towns look somewhat nice in that way, in that regard. But I don't know. I just... Let's see. Effective range. Water consumption is lower. How's our water consumption? It seems to be fine. Producing quite a bit. I was thinking, like, lower the workforce needed, but that's a thing we can't unlock yet because of this crazy unlock mechanic, which is just... It's so weird. It's really... I don't know. Well, I mean, that's as far as I want to go with the game, to be honest with you. Right, stock limit. That is going to require... Where was that? Here. Market. 15 laborers. How are we doing with the... Thanks, game. Get out of my way. Okay. I could afford one more house. And I think we'd be fine there, so let's do that. That in. Come over here and put a market down somewhere. Hell, I don't... It just requires electricity. So it doesn't require connection to delivery. Alright. Look. I don't know. And then we can come in here and we can do... see that plywood. Let's keep 2,000 on hand. Do not buy. That'll be $4,000. What we're about to make there. Okay, it's only going down temporarily because I just spent money, but we are otherwise making money just fine. Even more so. Even more so. Power. Again. Oh, well, we've unlocked the coal. 25 manufacturers, but utilizes some coal. Well, that would be nice, I guess. Whatever. Windmills are just fine, and they're cheap. 20 plywood. Some bricks. I'm glad we got so many bricks out of salvage in the beginning. It's also nice, but... Yeah, so, I think I'm just gonna call this here. Interesting concept. Much better, I think, than the slew of indie games that just... They all look the same. Like, all the city builders these days are the same, you know, orange roof, low poly, asset, medieval kind of city builders. It looks like they got the stuff off the asset stores. And they all look the same, and they're all so boring. And so it's really nice to see something that kind of breaks the mold. Kind of, you know, this is a little bit after Anno 1800, time period wise. Diesel punk is something you don't see very much at all, and I kind of wish that more games would explore the setting and the time period. But I don't know. I don't know if that's enough for this game. This game tries to be a couple things, and I'm not sure that it's great at any of them. Because, like, this grand strategy idea here, like, man, it's very cumbersome to even get there right now. Like, I'm not even anywhere near exploring this part of the thing. And there are other games, I mean... Let's talk about comparisons, because I always compare these things to my favorite games. Favorite city builder, probably of all time, is Zeus, Master of Olympus. And the reason for that is just a combination of, the game mechanics, the look of it, the music, the humor, just all of that stuff. It's a very comfy game to play. And I don't know that this game is really all that enjoyable. I mean, again, it maybe is just because I'm new to it. I don't really know the thread of all the build orders and the chains of production and all that stuff. And maybe if I did, it would just be natural and then be like, okay, I got to do this, and this. I would just know, and it would be less of a hassle, or feel like less of a hassle, feel like less of, just catching up to what are you doing? Oh, we're full on vegetables now too. It just less of an exploratory thing. But I don't feel comfortable with this. Like I am exhausted right now. I'm exhausted with the game. All we've done is we've gotten to the basic point of the game, and I just don't feel compelled to go further. Like, a lot of the mechanics in this game are clearly Anno inspired, and I think Anno did them better. I really do. And you can't just copy. You can't just straight copy. You have to do something different if you're going to emulate aspects and mechanics of a game. And there's only so many things you can do that would be different. I mean, there are so many city builders. What can you do different? I get it. But there feels like there are some things that should be obvious. Like buildings that fit together. Ratios that make sense so that I can, in my head, calculate, okay, I've got this many of these guys and this many, and then, I need one more here. Anno does that superbly. And the only reason I could think that from a game design standpoint, why you would do it the way this game does it, is so that you could have just like, you could wake up one day and, oh my god, I've got way too many of one resource, better sell them. It gives you that asymmetrical inventory that you can then utilize to just have a little bit extra when you need it. And then, of course, the upgrade system throws another wrench into that, where it's like, okay, well, this allows me to sort of fill in. Like, if I'm short, I can just bump production a little bit. Okay, great. But what does 20% mean? Like, it's different for each building, because each building produces a different amount. And so it's just kind of hard to do the head calculus of, like, I need this, this, and this, because then, if my city were bigger than this, and I'm like, okay, so this building is producing, well, wait a minute, this is 15. Why? Because I've got two, 20% things here, and then I've got this one that doesn't have it, so it's only producing 11 right now. Why is it producing 11 when I thought these produced 10? It's confusing. It's confusing as hell. It's not a good feeling game, because I don't feel in control, and that is literally what city builders are all about. You are in control of the city that you build. And I don't. I mean, games like SimCity are a little bit abstract, because, buildings have an arbitrary number of jobs they provide, or, people they in the buildings, whatever. So, from that perspective, but in that, SimCity, it deals with numbers that are so much larger that minutia is not necessary. That it would be super over-encumbering to have that as a thing in the game. Whereas this one, when you're dealing building by building, those numbers matter more. And when you can't calculate those, when you can't see them easily, when you can't keep track of it, this whole time I just literally felt down, like I was putting down what I was told, what I needed to be doing. What the hell is going on here? What is my production on this? Like, they're just not picking it up, I guess, is the problem. So that must mean that we are now overburdening the depot. So why don't we just add another truck? I mean, this is my fault here. I should be having more depots in town here to handle this. But and that's a thing too. like, this delivery system, you absolutely have to have direct deliveries. But there are some where, you know, what is this actually doing? Like, it says it's touching each one of these, but is it necessarily going to each one of those? Are we being redundant here when we don't need to be? Is that why we're not able to pick this up? We discovered the Western Sahara. Local traders giving you information about a new region. Okay, and I guess I just discovered a new guy here. Neutral, Protectorate of the Nile. Details, open diplomacy. Can we negotiate a trade deal? But I guess I got a lot of plywood. Plus 4% if I just give him the plywood. Whatever. We're not gonna bother with that. Okay, well that's interesting. And how would I trade that? Would I need a port? The port is one of those trading buildings. It would have to be, right? Yes, I don't know. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It feels like I'm just catching up. And again, is that because I have not played the game because I'm not super familiar with it? Or is that just how it is? Like, there's just a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, and you're just meant to put it down willy-nilly. Because it does... that was sort of a first impression that I had based upon just, like, you know, the building shapes that don't fit together and the ratios, that it feels sloppy, like someone... There are basically two types of city builder players. There's people who are extremely analytical and OCD and everything's got to line up, and then you build nice little squares of whatever, and then there's people who just slap it down and go. Let's players like, you know, Sips come to mind for that kind of play style. And this feels like it's developed by that latter type of... Oh, did the game freeze? Okay, well, the game froze. Okay, great. Well, anyway, that's the end of the series, provided the recording's still going and you can still hear me. So anyway, thanks for watching, I guess. Yeah, this game, I don't know. It crashes too much, for one thing, but it's got potential, and I hope they continue to develop on it. Because it really could be something good. But man, it just... I don't know. It's missing a little something, and I hope they find it. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next Let's Play.